of sun, stars and moon for whole life, this is your blessing. You are giving us your holy water, that is prasad, in the form of rain through clouds. The fresh morning removed my fatigue. This is your blessings only. The grass is like a divine carpet spread on the earth. The sky is silently listening to the nature's immortal language. The flowers that bloom every day require no direction for blossoming. Each and every corner of universe is fulfilling my desire. This is your blessing. I would like to sing this in my language. Shara jibon dilo alo surjo groho chand tomar ashirvade prabhu tomar ashirvad সারা জীবন দিল আলো সূর্য গ্রহ চাঁদ মেঘের কলস ভরে ভরে প্রসাদ বাড়ি পরে ঝরে সকল দেহে প্রভাত বায়ু ঘুচায় অবসাদ তোমার আশীর্বাদে প্রভু তোমার আশীর্বাদ সারা জীবন দিল আলো সূর্য গ্রহ চাঁদ তৃণ যে এই ধুলার পরে পাতে আঁচল খানি এই যে আকাশ চির নীরব অমৃতময় বাণী ফুল যে আসে দিনে দিনে বিনা রেখার পথটি চিনে এই যে ভুবন দিকে দিকে পুরায় কত স্বাদ তোমার আশীর্বাদ হে প্রভু তোমার আশীর্বাদ সারা জীবন দিল আলো সূর্য গ্রহ চাঁদ তোমার আশীর্বাদে প্রভু তোমার আশীর্বাদ সারা জীবন দিল আলো সূর্য গ্রহ চাঁদ. So today's topic, thank you so much. Integration of spirituality with homeopathy. According to me, all religions are same, whether we call it water, H2O, ice, steam, all are water only. We can form different name, but all the religion ultimately says the same thing. So just now, as I practice Hinduism, I would like to share from Bhagavad Gita, the summary. Whatever has happened for good. Whatever is happening for good. Whatever will happen shall also happen for good. What have you lost? What for you are crying? What did you bring that you lost? What did you create that was destroyed? You came empty-handed and will go empty-handed. Whatever is yours today was somebody else's yesterday and will be somebody else's tomorrow. The peace of God is with them whose mind and soul are in harmony, who are free from desire and wrath, who know their own soul. To know our own soul, the connection between soul, that is Atman, and the universal consciousness, that is Paramatman, that is the art, that is the purpose of our life. Our destination is to merge with the God. We call it Krishna Charan, to merge into the feet of Lord Krishna, that is to merge with Him. Surrender unto Him utterly. By His grace you will attain the transcendental peace and supreme and eternal abode. Means a living entity should therefore surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead who is situated in everyone's heart, and that will relieve him from all kinds of miseries of this material existence. Krishna, the universal energy or God, says his favorite disciple Arjuna in Mahabharata, always think of me, become my devotee, worship me, and offer your homage to me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you, because you are my very dear friend. This surrender will save from all kind of sinful reactions, for the Lord personally promises to protect him. This is all about spirituality, what we know, how to connect it with homeopathy. Why do I say homeopathy and spirituality goes side by side? Similarly, in homeopathy, the most important thing is to see within and to get aware about oneself, to know what is our reality. First to look at the reality, then to analyze it, and then to transform it. What I mean is, for example, in this world, always there are various events, we call it A. Always there are various reactions, we call it B. And in between A and B, there is, say, let us say in between A and B, purposely let us say something like alpha. Where homeopathy works is in this alpha, between the events and the reaction, how your brain is thinking, keeping the balance, rationalization, there homeopathy aims. Homeopathy takes a holistic approach to treat a disease. Along with physical symptoms, homeopathy deals with all aspects of an individual: the mind, the stress, the thought process, the feelings, the dreams, habits, the inner conflicts. All of this is collaboration defines an individual being. Physically, the body is composition of matter and organs, the cells, tissue, blood. Homeopathic treatment are directed towards healing the consciousness more than to act on physical aspects of the body. What I mean is, what we do with the homeopathy, moment we give the medicine, our tongue is supplied by two important cranial nerves. It stimulates our brain, and there is a stimulus, we call it stimulating the healer within. As there is a healer within stimulates, our body immunity increases, fighting capacity increases. In a dynamic level, body grows and grows for the higher purpose of life. And what happens ultimately is, important word homeopathy is vital force, a spirit-like dynamism. What is there? We cannot create a life because there is no spirit. Similarly, in homeopathy, a spirit-like vital force is always working on the dynamic plane. In healthy human state, the spirit-like life force keeps all parts of the organism in admirable, harmonious, vital operation, so that our indwelling rational spirit can freely avail itself of this living, healthy instrument for the higher purpose of our existence. So this vital force or Atman or dynamic energy must be very healthy. What is the purpose? Purpose is to know ourselves, to go within. Peace is not outside the body, peace is within. How to go within, how to go deeper, how to be aware of the situation, that is the role of homeopathy. His love is pure, his love is gentle, his love is true, his love is everlasting. Come and fall in his love. He is Lord Krishna, Hari, or God, or universal energy. Now, coming back to how we can connect it in real life, I will give few cases, and as our topic is, first topic is, it is homeopathy in today's world, relationship between homeopathy and spirituality, treating side effects of cancer treatment and antibiotic resistance. What I am talking at the end, I will answer all your questions, but I would like to share few of my cases and how homeopathy helps. Nowadays, cancer is a very vital topic. Everywhere in every family there is cancer because of lot of pollutions, lot of fertilizers, lot of stress, so many atom bomb, nuclear energy, so many factors are there. Because of that, cancers are spreading like anything. So how homeopathy deals with this cancer? First, if patient takes allopathy, surgery, radiation, and how we deal it, and if patient doesn't take anything and comes to us straight away, how we deal it. So one 62 years gentleman came to me few years ago. This is a case of a chronic lymphocytic leukemia, a blood cancer, came with complaints of vertigo, giddiness, profuse salivation, cough choking more at night, and he had a feeling hot air in the lung, and he had frequent urination. Reports not very clear, but it clearly indicated he had chronic leukemia. One homeopathic medicine was given to him. That is not the point of discussion just now. We gave one homeopathic medicine. He took chemo also. Obviously, his report turned very negative. All the tests were negative. He was much better. All reports, blood count, everything was much better on 16/2/18. And his testimony.
How are you?
Absolutely fine. No problem at all.
What way?
From all aspects, I'm absolutely normal, just like a normal person. I don't feel that I have got such kind of disease I'm carrying with me.
In beginning, he was crying, and
Then I came to know. Actually, everybody is scared
I am not alive or something. Then we have come here, suggested by Dr. Sadhna Thakkar. We have come here and got very good confidence. You get the treatment, and it was very great confidence that nothing will happen to us now.
And what is the role of my medicine?
Your medicine, that only, with your medicine only, he got the confidence that it will not happen anything with me with this cancer.
I got confidence that I will not get any kind of side effect with homeopathic treatment.
इम्यूनिटी बढ़ गई. कुछ भी हुआ ही नहीं आपने मेडिसिन से. लोगों को तो इतना लगता था.
I can say psychological effect on my mind that because of homeopathic treatment, I will not get any kind of side effect of chemo. And it happens in my case. I don't know about others. But I don't get any kind of side effect.
और इम्यूनिटी बहुत बढ़ गई. बिल्कुल लोग जैसे सुनते थे, people were saying कि ये होता है, ये होता है, weakness लगती है, this and that. People were saying so many things. But he is so happy and suggested many people your name.
Everybody I'm
so
telling.
many people
Don't
suggested.
forget, go apparel. Of course, go for allopathic if required, then but don't neglect homeopathic also. Go parallel. It is not a side effect at all.
Thank you, sir.
Homeopathy.
No, immunity आपकी डेवलप हो जाती है. इम्यूनिटी बहुत अच्छे से करती है और कुछ नहीं होता. कीमो का लोगों को जो डर लगता है ना, वो डर हमको नहीं लगता आपकी मेडिसिन के.
Where people are very afraid of chemotherapy, lot of fear because of the chemotherapy, all the side effects are nullified of chemotherapy. He took heavy doses of chemotherapy, but he is doing so much better.
लेकिन कॉन्फिडेंस क्रिएट हो जाता है ना दिमाग के अंदर.
Any dream?
ड्रीम तो मतलब थोड़ा बहुत आता है अभी भी. पहले से बहुत कम हो गया. It is very less.
What kind of dreams?
मतलब as I told you before, forefathers का ही आते रहते हैं. और कभी कुछ बात नहीं during the day, suppose we discuss some out of the subject some point, then it may reflect to my mind sometimes, but not always. But very
The
sometimes.
people are saying that पहले से आप अच्छे दिखते हो, आपका बहुत अच्छा हो गया, ये वो. The people are
People are saying that you look much better, you look better than the before the origin of the disease, etc.
praising a lot, but the allopathic doctor doesn't give any medicines. We don't take any medicine because he doesn't give any medicine except chemo. But the medicine Dr. Sujit Chatterjee is giving, and see, look at his confidence, then his like, I mean, the looking wise also people are praising कि पहले से तो आप young दिख रहे हो.
keep it up.
दिखता ही नहीं कि आपको कैंसर हुआ है।
Everybody telling me the same thing. We don't believe that you have got blood cancer. Everybody telling me.
इसलिए इसको पता है सब
आपको-
बोले अरे यार
I
आपको
don't
तो
agree with
वही
you.
दिखता ही नहीं। On the contrary, weight बढ़ा है, आपके मेडिसिन से। नहीं तो
On the contrary, his weight has increased.
एलोपैथिक डॉक्टर ऑल्सो सेड कि ये वेट आपका कम नहीं हुआ, आपको कुछ हुआ
Of course, for that
नहीं।
I have to thank thankful to my wife.
Can you follow what he is talking? Not at all? Okay, then I will not do much. In short, he had blood cancer, he took chemo, but he is doing much, much better. No one can make out he had cancer. Even he didn't lose hairs in spite of taking chemo. And all the reports are fantastic. Now one more case where patient had brain tumor. It is a brain cancer relapsed case. It was a case of a brain tumor. All details, investigations are there, MRI, size, etc. Whatever homeopathic medicine we gave one particular medicine. She was all the time pleasing other people, very, very hardworking, lot of struggle in life. She has done master's degree, but thinking herself very idiotic. And what's her hobby and interest is 24 into 30 into 7, all the time she loves to work and needs to please others. With first husband there was divorce. She felt dependent on him, physically abused, told her that she is dark, etc., felt inferior. After divorce, she had financial insecurity, did not get child support. She was at USA only. She worked very hard. Delayed second marriage, felt unloved. Should I be pleasing him and not doing enough? Hobbies for her. Work is worship. She worked more than 14 hours to please others. Childhood, parents did not get along with each other, felt insecure. So much information we get it from the patient. Contrast to allopathy, they just concentrate on the end product. You have got brain tumor, either we operate or we give radiation or maybe chemo. In brain tumor, hardly chemo works. So no one will bother what is the cause of the cancer, what is the stress, how much a person has struggled, how to go back to rectify the cancer. In short, cancer is settling on a platform, and with homeopathic medicine we remove the platform on which cancer is sitting. So cancer goes automatically. She tried to please and beg, felt rejected between the parents. Am I not their daughter? Constant need to please. Opposite is acceptance. Felt she was carrying too much weight while coordinating between parents. Not being accepted, rejected, stupid and insecure feeling. Family is a support system, being there for each other. Lot of dreams of ex-husband, dreams of insecurity, ex-husband asking for apology, snakes, etc. And then whatever technical things I am avoiding, the medicine was given to her was energy or a milk prepared from donkeys, which has hard working, needs to please others, lot of suppressed anger, and in spite of whatever work they are doing, all the time they think they are stupid, idiot, worthless, helpless, etc., etc. They are very stubborn in nature. So one medicine prepared from donkey's milk, I gave it to her. Like in this medicine, there is stupidity, ignorance, humility, foolish but stubborn, feeling of innocent, defenseless, sure-footedness, lot of confusion. Follow-up, one mild attack, Frisium, which is anti-convulsive medicine, decreased to 25 milligram from 30. She had good dreams, she was feeling better. Next follow-up, much better, same medicine continued. Again much better, no medicine, just gave her placebo and observed. No epileptic fits, she was much better in every angle. This way treatment carried on. Investigation showed the rate at which the tumor was increasing is now not increasing, hardly it is increasing, it is a status quo, and it was a case of a relapsed brain tumor and which was operated. If I see other cases, if you operate a brain tumor and when it relapses, progress is very, very fast. But in this case, this is 16, I will show you a follow-up of 18. So many, more than 2 years have passed and she is doing very much better. In short, I will do very, very less because as audio is not so clear, we will minimize this. Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very good. Particularly past 2 weeks have been really nice.
What way?
I wouldn't call it convulsions. The jerks were very mild and they went only through my toe fingers. And once a day I used to kind of get just an aura. But I used to do 2 hours, 1 hour of yoga, vigorous yoga, and 1 hour of physiotherapy, which was also very intense. And walking about, it used to be 1 kilometer per day for 24 hours. So I was pretty good. My moods were also fine, although my husband was out of station for 2 weeks. I mean, I was not anxious what is going to happen to me and how will I be able to deal with it. Because normally during these times what happens is when Avinash is not around, I used to keep giving frantic calls. I'm not feeling well. But these 2 weeks have been very comfortable at my from mental perspective.
How is your energy level?
Energy levels are very good.
Avinash ji, you have some comments?
The past 2 weeks तो मैं था नहीं यहाँ पे, but otherwise she is doing fine. मतलब when I came back yesterday, I found it she is doing pretty well. Mood wise also, as well as overall physical health also is fine. So 2 weeks of my absence also, actually it helped probably, so maybe I should be absent. So actually she was very stable, very stable. That's what I found at 2 weeks. Even though I was not there, or probably she was not under proper regular care also, she managed herself very well.
So it is a relapsed case of a brain tumor. She has not taken chemo, she has not taken any allopathic medicine except anticonvulsive, and more than 3 years have passed now and she is doing very well. This is the role of homeopathy, and a very interesting medicine prepared from the donkey's milk to stimulate the healer within, to produce aware of herself what is going on, why she is foolishly working and pleasing others. That awareness came. She became very strong, dependent on herself, lot of stress decreased, lot of anticipation decreased, and results are, we can see the result. Lastly, one more short case I would like to share. One case of deep vein thrombosis, 38 years females, diagnosis of deep vein thrombosis, popliteal vein, short saphenous, anterior tibial, sapheno-popliteal junction, all showed there is a coagulation or thrombosis. Family history of DVT, that is sister also had deep vein thrombosis. She had relationship for 10 years, but the guy was not settled. She had to marry to someone else. On first day after marriage, felt humiliated, dirty. Went back to the first boyfriend, but he married someone else. She felt betrayed. She felt suffered wrong. For example, how we think in homeopathy when someone feels suffered wrong and in a victim and cornered, and you are as if in a receiving end. This is in short the quality of a snake, because snake doesn't have wing, doesn't have legs. Snake always have the feeling that they are always suffering wrong, because God has not given them neither the wing nor the extremities to walk. So they always feel suffered wrong. And the medicine from the snake's energy we gave. She is very angry, breaks one mobile phone every year. Strong responsibility over taking care of mother and sister who is married. About her guru, experienced strong guidance when she was suffering. She and her boyfriend with one of his kid and his wife on the other side with another kid and happily playing. This is a dream. On one side, kid and his wife on the other side, and another side there is a kid. Didn't want the lady to come this side, maybe scared with jealousy. This jealousy, anger, these are the qualities of snake. Fear of losing boyfriend. Experience was feeling lonely. I'm not explaining too much about the technical thing. Dream continues. She's about to get a job. She felt betrayed, maybe because of that girl who offered her a job. She cancelled the job. So feeling of betrayed, which are all snake quality. Fear of accidents, fear of falling, fear of suffocation. Childhood, felt unloved. Father would never hold him, weeps bitterly. These informations to inquire the patient. When patient narrates, as a child I felt unloved, my father didn't take me to the arm. When we ask the question and patient tells it, lot of awareness takes place. Healing starts right when we take the history. That is the beauty of homeopathy. No good relationship with father. He ill-treated her mother, had decided that she will be independent. She became rebellious. Hated father. Without her, feels extremely lonely without mother. She had two sides. Feels like a person with two sides where nobody knows her dark side. Sad and violent side. This is hidden. Feels lonely, like she is saddest person in the world. But at the work she is very completely opposite. So the hidden side indicates snake. And a medicine called Cotellus cascavelus was given, and report shows DVT is much better, 80 to 90%. Unfortunately, report I cannot show you because you cannot see the PowerPoint properly. But I was surprised to see a standing DVT without any much intervention, without surgery. 90% to more has disappeared completely. Just a little glimpses, if you can understand or you can appreciate her video. Yeah.
Energy, do one favor, I was not recording, it's just summarize what are the changes.
So in terms of, my pain, like I said, my swelling in my ankle has gone. It's just my toe that hurts now and little bit of pain. In terms of my sleep, I'm sleeping very well nowadays.
The good change after homeopathic medicine is sleeping well. Pain has reduced. The chief complaint, because of the DVT, she had lot of pain. The pain has reduced. She is sleeping better.
Emotionally, I'm much calm, relaxed, and on my own, I felt I should not drink. And
Emotionally, I am relaxed, and on my own, I felt I should not drink. This is the beauty of homeopathy. Not only DVT goes, but there is a big shift from within. I didn't advise, don't take drink. She herself realized, on my own, I realized I should not drink. I feel much calmer. I am getting good sleep.
that's why I started doing my prayers, which is helping me a lot. And it's actually keeping me away from liquor, so that's a very positive sign for me. And health-wise, only last week. Before that, when I met doctor, I was feeling much better that time. It's just last week onwards, just because probably of the stress at work,
yes.
it may have got
So
aggravated.
whatever medicine doctor suggested,
Yes,
that helped you.
it helped me a lot. Yeah, I think three times I had taken that.
And what is the effect of these changes on you?
Very positive, doctor. Confidence. I feel confident. I feel
confident, very positive. The doctor medicine is, my assistant only gave us some medicine.
Disturbed very easily. Even if it's not a very comfortable situation at work also, I don't lose my calm very.
Even if it is not comfortable situation at office, still I don't lose my calm. This is the changes happens with homeopathy. No other medicine in the world can bring this change. Only homeopathy can bring these changes. That is very subtle, and patients after patient, we observe this. For example, a daughter-in-law has lot of problem with mother-in-law, lot of fight, lot of problem with the husband. Husband is abusing her, mother-in-law is abusing her. She felt unloved, very angry, very upset. We give homeopathic medicine, and suddenly after a few months she says, "Doctor, I observe my mother-in-law is not that bad. It is something to do with me, I feel. Doctor, she is not that bad." And after 2 months she comes, "Doctor, my husband is not that bad. Maybe I was not okay," something like that, maybe. And then after a few months patient will say, relative will come and say, let's say husband can come, doctor, what magic you have done? My wife is totally different. Nowadays she is not back answering me, not fighting. What did you do? So this is the way changes happens. First, they say that others are improved, and later on there is a lot of awareness, lot of self-awareness, and patient goes for the higher purpose of life. What for we have taken this birth? Is it for material existence? Just for the animal, like you enjoy physical things, you enjoy material thing, you ditch others, you get lot of money, but ultimately what? As I said, you come empty-handed, you have to go empty-handed. What is the in-between purpose of our life? For the higher purpose of our life, homeopathy stimulates us. In short, this much I only wanted to say, but I would like to speak more through question answer. Please ask me questions now. Take the mic and ask me questions.
I found your animal remedies to be really interesting, but I was questioning. Okay, for example, donkey. How do we know that the donkeys actually do feel insecure? It's what we impute to them, but how do we know they feel that? And also snakes, how do we know how they feel?
Yeah, very intelligent question, good question. What we do, like in allopathy, any medicine before it comes to the market, they give it to the donkeys and monkeys, and they verify. Lot of experiment and research is done on donkeys and monkeys and other animals, sometimes even rats, even sometimes poor country. For example, a famous pharmaceutical company wants to create a medicine. Even sometimes it is tried on poor countries. That is allopathy. But beauty of homeopathy, suppose I want to know what donkey's milk has. So I will give it to a group of, for example, this group, I am a teacher at a medical college, you all are my student. So I will say, I want to know what donkey's milk does. I will give it to you, just take 4 pills of a low potency medicine and every day observe what are the changes happening. And you should not know I have given you donkey's milk, I will give you a notebook and every day observe what is happening. And everyone is separate. They will come and say the dream, they will say what changes happen. And then we collect the notebook and see, majority will have this feeling of worthless, idiot, foolish, stubborn, inferior. This is the way, same for the snake, same for the mineral, same for the plant. So homeopathic medicine are tried on healthy human being before it comes to the market, and all the symptoms are noted. In our technical language, that is called Materia Medica Pura. For example, Hahnemann, the Samuel Hahnemann who discovered homeopathy more than 200 years ago, prepared a medicine from spider called tarantula. Same spider medicine still going on even now, because amount of medicine is very, very less. And whatever information we got it 200 years ago about that spider, like they love dance, love color, very, very hyperactive, open deceit, open sexuality, these were noted 200 years ago, and even now that is true. So in short, answer to your question is, medicine is given to healthy human being, and whatever changes happen, they note it down, and majority of them, when they are having these symptoms, it is noted and it comes to the textbook. Okay? I think Carrie, I will answer everyone. Yeah.
Thank you. Every person is different, and every case, I would presume, is unique. When you choose the remedy, are you choosing a remedy based on experience or the knowledge you have of things that have worked in the past? Or do you intuit? There must be a point where you're thinking about one remedy or another remedy. Is the part of the spirituality or the genius or is there an intuitiveness that enters into the picture when you finally, in difficult cases, prescribe a particular remedy?
So exactly what is the question? What I understood, am I giving it from my experience with knowledge of the experience of the medicine, or am I giving it on the patient's individuality? That is the question?
I once was told that great chess players do not think ahead 10 moves, rather they remember games that they've studied in the past, and they remember all of the circumstances that are in play at a particular point, and then they know what the next move is. I'm trying to understand how the remedy is chosen.
Vicky, can you summarize what is the exact question? Meaning,
Sorry.
that is okay. I have to understand it. Huh?
In the final analysis, when you're choosing a remedy, does intuition play a role
Okay.
in your choice of remedy?
Okay. Frankly speaking, no, because a new doctor also should be able to produce what I am producing.
I see.
But
I
in
see.
reality, with lot of experience, suppose I know one particular medicine, snake remedy, Crotellus cascavelus, has produced very good result in DVT. So if another patient comes in future and she has or he has similar problem, and if I've got a choice between two kind of snake, say one is lachesis, one is nasa, and third one is Crotellus cascavelus, but I had very good result with Crotellus cascavelus, here intuition and experience counts. But otherwise, even if you go to any doctor in the world, whatever patient symptoms, very interesting symptoms are there, his characters, his dreams, his qualities, his liking for the food, how he behaves, how he perceives, on that whatever medicine will come, that we have to select based on science, not on intuition. But experience counts. If you are very experienced, before you have treated many cases, out of many, the particular medicine you can give it. That way it is helpful.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah? Becky, you had a question.
Thank you.
How would you advise someone who's never had homeopathy? How should they prepare for their case, for speaking to you and seeing you?
Yeah, again, very good question. Usually our assistant doctors explain them a lot, even we explain that homeopathic medicine has no side effects. First, it gains confidence. Secondly, we say you have to give little gap with any other medicine, give 15 minutes gap, and first change you would like to say is if there is any change in yourself, you inform us. Mostly patient experiences good sleep after the medicine, some changes in the pattern of the dreams, energetic feeling, and most important, the symptoms for which patient comes, that starts going. But unlike allopathy, what we say the patient, that if any discharge comes in the form of sweat, in the form of from eczema, some weeping, or if patient is having asthma, if lot of cough comes out, lot of skin symptoms comes, these are all good signs. So not to suppress it with any other allopathic medicine or steroid. And whatever changes are happening, just observe. And homeopathy has no side effects at all, rest assured, but any change happens to you, please inform us. So initially patient becomes insecure, after taking the medicine whatever changes happens within 2-3 days they contact us. But after we explain them and we assure them, then things are very smooth.
I will suggest to them that whatever they don't want anybody to know about themselves emotionally, that's where they should start.
Again, how to prepare homeopathic?
How to prepare themselves to discuss with you.
So what is the answer you give?
I tell people to tell you whatever it is they don't want anybody to know about themselves emotionally. Whatever's their darkest experience inside.
Very good.
That's what they want to change, so they should expose that.
That way we say that first thing in my practice, when I present the case, I say, please consider me more as a friend, less of a doctor. This way I start. Many of you are my patient, you must have observed that I told you, please consider me as your friend more and less of a doctor. There is no barrier. I try to keep no table between me and the patient. If table is not there, they are at the same level. And then I say that whatever emotions, as you rightly said, sometimes I ask the question, tell me something which I forgot to ask. And then from there case opens. I say, if you had a best friend, what you would like to share? Or if you had lot of confrontation with your father when you were young, if your father comes back and if he excuses you, what will you tell him? So this way, lot of emotions can come out. And best to say is, as a friend, and lot of empathy and sympathy, very humbly, very softly, if you approach the patient, it will come out. Because patients wants to be heard. They want you to listen. Doctors hardly has time. So when you gently listen to him and they understand your intention is not to judge. I had a case where a HIV positive, she had lot of bad memories and lot of bad abuse, sexual abuse, and she herself was also a kind of, for money and greed, she did lot of bad things, and she was brought to me by an allopathic doctor. It was HIV positive case, and suddenly what I did one day, she said she's very social, wants to mix up, etc., etc., and she can't speak English, but little broken English she wants to speak. And some foreign students were with me. I said, okay, they want to see Bombay, you can explain them what are the good places in Mumbai. She felt so happy that I'm not at all feeling her as ostracized or she's having HIV. On the contrary, I'm telling her to mix with my foreign patient. And she felt so happy. That was the first sign she felt she's worthy. Doctor gives me value. And then onwards, even now she's my patient, and believe me, first moment her husband came to know she's having HIV, she was divorced. Secondly, she got fallen in love with another HIV person. And last 2 years have passed, both the parents HIV, but their daughter is asymptomatic and no HIV at all, HIV negative. And they are doing so well. This is the role of homeopathy. Just to accept it with love, empathy, affection. Our professions in homeopathy, we think that it is the opportunity to serve you people. Where others don't have the opportunity, we have the privilege to serve. Do it as worship. Do it as seva. Patient is our Shiva, and we are treating the patient. We got the opportunity to do it as prayer. That spirit automatically helps us to get more and more information from the patient. And with maturity and experience, the tone and empathy. Tell me what happened in past. This will not work. Please just go back to your past, think about it. What are the things you felt very bad in your life? Will you like to share? This way, that tone and empathy, that helps. So these are the simple, just have full empathy with the patient and try to understand as a friend. Lot of things will come out.
Yes.
I think, yeah.
To patients who don't know about homeopathy, how do you like to explain to them how homeopathy works?
Homeopathy works. Result.
That's it?
When I graduated, one of my close friend, very close friend, he said, this homeopathy sweet pills, this is placebo effect. I said, no, it produces a artificial disease, it is very scientific, it cures. More than 200 years have passed. Many people said homeopathy doesn't work, but it works. He said, no, there is no proof. I said, I have studied for 5 years. So many results I have seen. Homeopathy works. He said, no, you prove it. He asked me a question. He was a very close friend. He said, can you dissect a dead body and show how homeopathy works? I said, no. Whatever way I said, he said, no, homeopathy doesn't work. Then I said, okay, do one thing. I had one medicine called Gronine, and he used to stay from my place half an hour. I just gave him, okay, homeopathy doesn't work. You take these 4 pills and let me know what happens. He said, nothing will happen. And moment he took the medicine, within 15 minutes he started getting severe headache, bursting headache. That is, homeopathy produces symptoms if it is given like that way. What homeopathy can cure, it can produce. So because he was not believing, I gave him a strong dose of a medicine which can produce headache. And he said, yes, Sujit, I know homeopathy works. So if 2 patients, you can give Gronine and see what happens. If they are challenging too much, I'm sure they will get headache. This is the easiest way, simple way. You explain the patient. Homeopathy works at spiritual level, dynamic level. It never produces side effect. It works on the law of similia, like nature's law. Like cures like. In allopathy, if you have a diarrhea, they will give a medicine which will produce constipation. But in homeopathy, if someone has diarrhea, we'll give a medicine which produces diarrhea only. and like cures like. For example, if we are getting a very bad smell here, we'll use perfume so that bad smell will go. During the war, if the opposite soldiers are too many, we play bugle so that that sound is too good and we don't get the excited by the opposite soldiers. So this way, best example, suppose in between the door or in between the computer, if keep my finger like this and I get too much pain, what is the first reaction? I apply more pressure. So more pressure will nullify the side effects of less pressure. So this way, like cures like. What substance can produce, that can cure. Like radioactive substance, like for example uranium nitrate, plutonium nitrate, that can produce cancer. We have got very good medicine from plutonium nitrate, uranium nitrate, which can cure cancer. So this way you have to explain, and it has no side effects. You take the medicine and you tell the patient, report to me after 7 days if anything happens. At the dynamic level it works, you explain. After taking the medicine, your sleep will improve, your energy will improve, and the problem for which you have come, that will decrease and decrease. A very simple way try to approach. More questions?
Hi.
Yeah.
I have 3 questions.
You have?
Do you want them all together?
How many?
3.
3. Welcome. You can sit down.
So I say them all?
Yeah.
Like
one by one.
Okay.
Sit down.
So in homeopathy, there's the strange, rare, and peculiar that takes each case individually. What do you do if there is no strange, rare, and peculiar? That's the first question.
Okay. Very good question. In homeopathy, we call it individualize a case. How? In allopathy, 100 patients suffering from malaria, medicine will be quinine. But in homeopathy, 100 patients suffering from malaria, medicine will be different, based on individuality. Someone is having thirst for small quantity of water, very restless, medicine will be arsenic. Someone is having thirst for large quantity of water and very still, doesn't like movement, medicine will be bryonia. Someone gets fever at particular time only with lot of periodicity, medicine will be China. Someone is having lot of body ache, aggravation in the morning, medicine will be Rustox. So based on this individual factor, we have to give a medicine. So our question is, if you don't differentiate, if you don't have PQRS symptom, how to do it? In that also, whatever is happening, whatever is available, that you have to try your best. The closest PQRS symptom, the closest uncommon symptom is very, very helpful. For example, I had a cancer case where patient said it was a mouth cancer. The broken tooth aggravated the oral cavity and ultimately it was cancer. If you see your book, nowhere you will get it. But in one case, I have a habit of reading textbook. One Lilienthal mentioned in one particular medicine called benzoic acid that a broken tooth caused cancer. I remembered that. So in this case, this becomes PQRS symptom. Nothing else is available, but definitely a sharp broken tooth caused cancer. And I could give the medicine benzoic acid, which helped the patient a lot. So this way, from very uncommon situation or from a very common situation, you need to go for uncommon situation or uncommon symptoms. Could I answer?
Yes. My second question is...
1 minute, I will give you another example. Let me see how you judge it. I had a patient who had lot of diarrhea in my initial practice, and patient said that, relative said I must go for the visit. So I just went to the patient, I just saw the patient. He had tremendous loose motion and tremendous weakness. The first question he asked me, can I go to work? Which is normal. And then later on, after inquiring lot of things, I didn't get any PQRS symptom. At last I asked, what is your profession? Where do you work? He said, share market. Shares. He is working in share. That's all. So what is the PQRS symptom here in this case? What is peculiar? Try.
So he works in trading shares?
Yeah.
And what was his ailment?
Diarrhea. Profuse diarrhea and weakness. 20 times loose motion.
Diarrhea aggravated with stress?
That is general, not uncommon. Here it is that is working too
Financial-
much about the share and business. He is having lot of diarrhea, but he is constantly thinking of his business. Talks of business, thinks of business, dreams of business. We have a medicine called bryonia. Bryonia helped him a lot. So what appears to be a very common symptom, it is an art to make it uncommon. Second question.
Okay. My second question is, have you ever had an experience where you had to give the first remedy was not the remedy that worked, and maybe the second remedy was not the remedy that worked, but the third remedy or the fourth was? What did you change about your intake that allowed you to discover more, that allowed you to give the correct remedy?
It can be both ways. First of all, maybe patient didn't reveal me something. Maybe this patient didn't tell me something very important. Or maybe I have not asked the relative about the symptom. And maybe I didn't pay attention something very important, I gave importance to some other symptom. So when we retake, and we should have courage to change our prescription, both ways we have to see. Again we take a fresh case as if this is a new case. And we see both ways, whatever we have not addressed before and whatever patient has not told before. And whole approach is changed. Then that medicine works better. It can be both ways.
And my last question is, what is difficult for homeopathy to treat?
To be honest, at present, lot of pharmaceutical companies, they want homeopathy to grow. All over the world, it is suppressed like anything. Like in UK, it was suppressed because more than 200 years and lot of people go for this naturopathy and alternative treatment and homeopathy. And pharmaceutical company loses the business. So what comes to my mind very spontaneously from many countries, for example, whole United Kingdom, they have stopped homeopathy. I am hearing from Australia they are going to do. And I hear here also in internet some article has come about the rabies dog, and people are scared about homeopathic medicine is prepared from rabies saliva. So these are the real obstacle. Otherwise, homeopathy furnishes like anything. There is no obstruction, no problem. And answer to your question is more of trusting the doctor and revealing about himself. Unlike a Western approach, homeopathy is subjective. Not the end product we are treating, we have to tell about ourselves. What are the things we are sensitive of? What is our dreams? What makes us feel worse? What makes us feel happy? What is our relation with spouses, others? What others are thinking about me? What I like to have? What I don't like to have? All together give a medicine which stimulates the healer within. So trusting the doctor and revealing, and doctor should be equally empathetic with the patient. That helps a better result, better cure. And confidence in the doctor, that should reflect. If you ask a question, will my headache be cured? I am having 20 years migraine. And if your doctor says, maybe, may not be, you can try, may not, this will not work. Your doctor must say, give me trial for 6 months. Within 6 months it must go. If it doesn't go, then do something else. That confidence matters. That comes from experience. Okay?
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Good question. All the three good questions.
Hi, doctor. I
Please sit down.
have a couple of questions. The first one, you explained that homeopathy is heavily based on subjectivity, but at the same time, you are using scientific method like placebo-controlled trials, but those are, by nature, are objective, so they cannot be based on what particular subject or what his individual circumstances are. So it seems like a contradiction to me. So if you use subjective method, how can you claim you are scientific?
Yeah. What I meant by subjective is symptoms and emotional symptoms differ from person to person. When I say I am inquiring about the mind symptoms, emotion, that cannot be narrated on a scientific way on paper. That is called subjective. And when I say scientificity of the homeopathy, how homeopathy works. For example, if you ask me how homeopathy works, or you also asked me, someone asked me how homeopathy works. So there is a particular deflection. Every homeopathic medicine, for example, if I am preparing a medicine from snake's venom, it is nothing but energy of the snake venom. And when in a highly powerful electromagnetic instrument, like far, far, far deeper than anemometer. There is one instrument. If you put that liquid and if you see there is a deflection, it shows nothing but homeopathic medicine contains energy. I will explain. Mass is converted into energy, and nanoparticle therapy, by that way homeopathy brings the result. What is contradictory is exactly I cannot dissect a dead body and show how homeopathy works, but I can show hundreds of results based on reports, investigations before treatment and investigations after treatment, and how results happens. That way I can prove it. And scientifically I will show that homeopathic medicines are nothing but energy, and there is an instrument which shows deflection, which shows homeopathic medicines are nothing but energy, and it is not placebo. So, and to you, if you say homeopathy is placebo, I will give you Glonine. You should have powerful courage to take it.
That's powerful. I mean, it looks like most of the evidence is really like anecdotal, and when you use like statistical method, like I don't even know where to look for them. Like they're not available anywhere, and those studies with, like you said, with the donkey medicine, with the placebo control, are they available? How can you find them?
Now we are documenting. For example, if I get good results for that donkey's milk case cured a brain tumor, but I don't have that much energy to document it and to report to WHO, just cured it, I'm happy. Patient smile is more than anything for me. So we should document. Now we have started documenting. Here we are lacking. We should document our results.
Okay, thank you. And my second question was, just about the particular criticism of homeopathy from, I guess, allopathic perspective.
Are you allopathic doctor?
No, I read stuff and I guess I'm easily convinced, so I'm trying to
that's okay.
Find some kind of a counter-argument. Like,
that's okay, I like it.
The main argument is that the dilution formula that is commonly used in homeopathy is so, dilution is so great that it actually doesn't even take into account the number of molecules in a single volume of liquid, like water really. So you end up with water that scientifically would not contain any of the substance that you started with. Like that's the main argument. The homeopathic dilution ratio is almost like a way to describe something that does not exist. So,
that is the beauty of homeopathy. More and more you dilute, energy increases. Mass is converted into energy. The formula is energy is equal to half mv square, I think, is equal to half mc square, where c is velocity of light, Einstein's theory. Same way, you take a mass, you give alcohol, you give stroke, prepare 1 drop from that, again 10 stroke, 99 part of alcohol, this way, more you dilute, the original substance is not there, but the mass converted into energy. That's why more and more diluted, you get more energy. The anemometer reflects more with the more diluted energy. Results are much more better with the dilution. And scientifically in BBC there was an experiment in a scientific lab, and they say even the Nobel literate recently quoted homeopathy, that homeopathy works on the principle of nanoparticle, where through water it remembers the memory of the original substance quality. More you dilute, the original substance memory is transferred to the next dilution. So that way there is maximum problem with allopathic medicine is lot of side effects, and beauty of homeopathy is no side effects at all. You increase the immunity. How this happens is because of the dilution.
Because this whole concept of memory, science does not accept that.
I think if you believe in nanoparticle, then it is. And again, if you don't believe, just the result. Take 1 dose of Glonine 200.
That would be anecdotal evidence.
Yeah, and that is the way homeopathy works, through result.
Thank you.
Good questions, all good questions.
I once heard of a homeopath that when he treats, that he asks for or modifies the diet of the patient because he says that certain foods can interact with the effect or can make the treatment longer. Is this true when you treat your patients? Do you tell them to avoid certain foods because they can interact with
This happened when I started my practice 35 years ago. More and more confidence I had. Even if you take the medicine in coffee, it works.
In coffee?
Even in coffee you take it, because in South India people every day they take coffee. If you say don't take coffee, they will stop homeopathy but will not stop coffee. Some people, they drink so much, if I say don't drink, they will stop homeopathy but will not stop drinking. So if I say take the medicine in drink, in coffee, still it works. It depends upon your conviction. Suppose a medicine is prepared from onion called Allium cepa. It is better to tell the patient don't take raw onion daily. But patient will not listen daily. So give half an hour gap with any damn food, medicine will work. No one, I will like to finish with something else, yeah.
Do you want to just take this last question?
No, for last question I would like, yeah.
What are your thoughts, experiences, and examples with autoimmune disease?
Again, experience is last part.
Yeah, what are your thoughts, experiences, or examples with autoimmune disease?
Ayurvedic. Ayurvedic is a question, right? There's an excellent field for homeopathy in autoimmune disease. Actually, if you go back to autoimmune disease, a very famous cardiologist, very, very famous in India, had a lovely 4 minutes quote in WhatsApp. I was touched by it. A allopathic doctor mentioning this. When universe was created, when God has created us, especially like a small child, he loves. He doesn't know how to hate. He loves everybody. One day, because of the surrounding, his parents say, this neighbor is not good. Don't go to him. One day he says, someone is behaving wrongly. He starts in his mind, am I supposed to love everyone or am I supposed to be indifferent and hate? This conflict comes. This is a simple example. And this is the cause of the autoimmune disease. We should love each other. We should have harmony. And what nations are doing to suppress other one, how we can proceed and others can subside. This is against our nature, against our godlyhood. So because of this contradictory symptoms, slowly and steadily, autoimmune disease happens. And as I said, homeopathy is the only science which addresses and which make you aware of your emotion. So autoimmune problem can be definitely addressed with homeopathy, and many cure happens in autoimmune problem like HIV, like autoimmune thyroiditis, like autoimmune rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis, leukoderma, SLE, many autoimmune problem. But how homeopathy works, it stimulates the healer within, it aims at the immunity. So that confusion, even in cancer, I treat so many cancer, the immune system fails, and role of homeopathic medicine is to stimulate the immune system by considering mind, considering physicals, considering past history, family history. So definitely fantastic results happen in autoimmune problem with homeopathy, definitely. Okay? Yeah, last question.
Okay, it's a question about how you determine potencies. I saw you use a method I'm not familiar with, the plussing method.
Plussing method is for cancer, where you don't want any aggravation. Slowly and steadily you are stimulating the body. First day 30, next day 200, next day 1M. That is for cancer. Otherwise, if it is a strong mind, strong generals, medicine is matching beautifully with the patient, give high. For very old age, give low potency. For children, give high. More closer is the remedy, give high, what Hahnemann said. It is very easy. Where is Drew? Drew. Wait, I want to. Oh. Dream represents subconscious. So dreams are very important to know the subconscious. For example, just minimize. For example, I had a very secretive patient, not telling anything, but she was getting, dogs are howling at her without any reason. She is not scared of the dog, but dogs comes in her dream and she is damn scared. So I was thinking from where this is coming. So after a lot of interrogation also, I couldn't make out what is the issue. So ultimately it happened that once her husband came and refilled, my wife is damn scared of my mother. In short, nothing but she was damn scared of her mother-in-law, which she couldn't express. And in the dream she was getting, the dogs are howling at her is nothing but in reality she was damn scared of her mother-in-law, and in dream she is damn scared of some animal. How she perceives the reality was, in dream she was damn scared of a strong figure. Like a dog, she is damn scared, which gave me a clue to understand why she is so much scared, and ultimately she did very well with some particular medicine. But the point is, the scared in the dream represents in reality she was very scared of mother-in-law. So in subconscious way that comes. We can understand a patient in a much deeper way from the subconscious. This is the question, what is the significance of dream you wanted to know?
If they can't remember their dreams,
Not a big deal. Whatever you see in front of you is very, very important. So maybe past if they remember some dream, otherwise after the right remedy, as treatment continues, they recollect some dream. That is helpful. If by chance patient doesn't remember any dream, not a big issue at all. So whatever other symptoms are there is more important. Like what likes, dislikes, emotions, anger, stressful situation, hobbies, interest, whatever is important, prominently patient says again and again, give focus on that. No need to dig what you want to get. What patient says, give importance to that. Okay? Okay, I wanted to translate. I want to finish with one song, just one line. The meaning of this song is, it is a prayer. Desperately we are seeking God, and I become very desperate if I can't visualize the God or universal energy. And God, you are the Savior, protect me. I am just feeling very, very restless and desperate because I am unable to meet you, unable to visualize you. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. मन तरपत हरि दर्शन को आज, मन तरपत हरि दर्शन को आज, मोरे तुम बिना बिगड़े सगरे काज, हो बिनती करत हूँ राखियो लाज, मन तरपत हरि दर्शन को आज. That's all. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.